This is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so in this episode, we're introduced to the Help Us group, a group of actors that are designed to, their job is that they stand in as fake civilians in rescue exercises to help pro heroes in training actually rescue citizens, and notably will give advice on how to proceed with that. So Mara gives the remaining students a chance to get ready to go train and mentally prepare themselves for what's about to happen. And during this time, Bakugo's approached by Nakasaga Mora, a student from Shiketsu who intentionally seeks out Bakugo and apologizes on Keiji's behalf, pointing out that Seiji kind of went overboard and kind of may have gone a little too far, and personally apologizes to him, pointing out that kind of relationship is unacceptable if they want to create a positive the relationship between their schools. And Todoroki, overhearing this conversation, realizes and remembering that Inase doesn't seem to like him very much, talks to Inasa and asks him what he did to offend him. And Inasa just is very blunt and to the point. He points out that he doesn't really care for Todoroki's family all that much, and that though Todoroki has changed a bit since they first met, he points out that he still seems a little arrogant like his father, and then leaves. Meanwhile, Kanamari and Mineta give Deku a hard time after Sero points out what happened between him and Kami, and they're notably upset about it. So notably, the three get into a bit of an argument, and Uraraka, seeing all of this, starts to realize that she has feelings for Deku, finally realizing that she does in fact love him and does in fact want to be with him, but it realizes that she needs to come clean with herself about it, and tries to talk to Deku over what her feelings are, but is cut off when the bell to start the training exercise begins. And Uraraka tags along with Deku to help save a civilian, and it's revealed that the Huck are actually responsible for grading the students on their second portion of the exam, pointing out where they went wrong, how they can improve, and taking off points accordingly for if they do something reckless or something that really isn't very hero-like. And Deku, after initially figuring this out, completely rethinks his strategy in order to try and better himself with the judges, and actually starts imitating All Might to actually try and get into a better mindset about being a hero. Uraraka, witnessing all of this, realizes that she needs to push her feelings down, which isn't necessarily a good thing because bottling up your emotions can only lead to disaster. But she realizes she needs to push her feelings down, at least for the time being, noting that Deku doesn't really have time for romance or anything like that, as he's kind of single-minded in his goal to become a pro hero, and to him, he doesn't really have time for anything else. So she realizes this, recognizes that she has to put her feelings for Deku aside, at least for now, and focus on becoming a pro hero just like him. And notably, all of the students that are participating in the rescue exercises are mostly doing well. Bakugo manages to actually win points with the judges by a sheer fluke, although he does get some points off for his attitude. Notably, all of the students are doing well, but then a new rogue element is introduced into the mix. So, unbeknownst to any of the students, Mara had actually recruited the pro hero Gang Orca to actually serve as a Fox villain for this entire event. And sure enough, toward the end of the episode, he actually bursts into the arena with an army of armed guards and begins to attack them with softball launchers, I want to say. And he starts serving as a Fox villain, mainly so that the provisional licensing board can assess how the students do fighting against a villain and saving all the civilians at the same time. So yeah, that's the main thing to take away from this episode. Everybody is doing well at the rescue exercises, and notably there's some beef between Inasa and Todoroki, but for the most part, it's mainly about them completing the rescue exercises, and notably how well they work together at completing the rescue exercises. There is the thing with Uraraka as well, who notably has to push her feelings down. Again, bad idea. But she notably does push her feelings down for Deku so that she can focus on achieving her dream as well, and decides that she won't worry about it until she knows it's the perfect time to actually come clean with him. So eventually she is going to come clean about her feelings, I think, but for the time being she's just going to push them down and focus on becoming a pro hero, so that Deku doesn't have to worry about her as well. So yeah, well, notably a lot of characters, and even some people that have watched this show are notably shipping them together. It definitely later in the series, as I should note. For the most part, for right now, a relationship between Deku and Uraraka just isn't going to happen. Sadly, that's just not something that's going to be possible for a while. Because both of them are kind of focused on their goals of becoming a pro hero, and also Deku is kind of oblivious to the fact that Uraraka has developed feelings for him, though it's implied that he might reciprocate those feelings, albeit he doesn't really know it himself. So yeah, they will eventually get together at some point. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it should be known that they may eventually start a relationship, but not for quite a while. So yeah, that's eventually going to be a plot point that they're going to cover in the show, but I don't know when. Nobody knows when. They're kind of nearing the end of their first year in the manga at least, and she still hasn't confessed her feelings for Deku, but they are becoming increasingly more apparent in the manga. So eventually she is going to confess to Deku, but not right now. So anyway, that was my review of My Hero Academia. What did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks that are my way of saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. Again, it's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out. So help support me, and I'll help support you guys in turn. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!